Is this thing on? Yep, it's on. Hey guys and girls, it's your girl Green Fire Motivation, aka Judy Owens, and I am excited because it is Thought Bank Thursday. Okay, so welcome. Hey guys and girls, once again, this is your girl Green Fire Motivation, aka Judy Owens. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you are a returning supporter, thank you so much for your support. Without you, I would not be here. So thank you so much from the bottom of my Green Fire Motivation heart. Okay, so it is Thought Bank Thursday, and I'm going to go ahead and give a disclaimer on this video. Anytime you see me with no makeup, I have decided that will be the time where I give you, my supporters, a piece of myself. And so, Green Fire Motivation always has so much energy. Okay, well, just know Thought Bank Thursday is not necessarily based on the energy, more so based on the slogan, from my thoughts to yours. And so, these last 5 or 6 months have been amazing. And when I say amazing, I mean the amount of growth that I've experienced, the amount of maturity that I've seen in my life, that I've seen in my personal habits, that I've seen in the conversations that I'm having, have been like astronomical. One of the things that I've always craved is intellectual conversation. You know how people can, you can sit and talk to someone and, you can say, hey, how you doing? How was your week? How, what's the weather doing outside? And, this is what I plan to do at work. And, the small talk that kind of makes you cordial with everyone. And then you have that knock your brain around because it's being used more than normal kind of conversation that just stimulates my intellect. Okay, I'm not the smartest person in the world, to be honest. I don't know who is, but that's the type of conversation that I crave. So I know. Okay, well, I can be a little bit liberal. I won't say your name, but you know who I'm talking about. We had a group call last night, Women Who Will, and it was so amazing. You know how you get on the phone and the conversation is just so great, you're not ready for it to end, like, ever? Even if you sleepy, you still holding on one eye, talking about, no, don't hang up yet. That's the type of call that we had last night. And so if you are a woman, okay, if you are a woman, there is a group on Facebook. It's called Women Who Will. It's called Women Who Will. And there is a phenomenal life coach in there. And she is a woman after God's own heart. And because he has poured so much into her, she is ready, and God has prepared her to give to you from her overflow. If you have not been on one of these Zoom chats before, you need to be at the next one. The women's group is called Women Who Will. And it's nothing personal against the men. It's nothing personal. It's just that God called her to be his mouthpiece specifically for women. But the call was phenomenal. People shared their stories. She poured into us. We poured into her. And I'm talking, there's so many scenarios where, women bash each other and tear each other down and try to take each other's man and try to make it seem like they're better than another female. There's none of that going on in there. These are grown women in here sharing their lives, sharing their stories, and helping to touch and change the lives of the other people that are on the call. Everybody has something to give. And so the reason why I talked about that, the women who will call, and by all means, search on Facebook, Women Who Will, and send a request to be a part of the group. If you're looking to be intentional, a woman who will, not a woman who won't, search for that Facebook group and request to be a part of the group. I promise you, your life will never be the same. It's Women Who Will on Facebook. And so now, since, because I hear you, you know who you are, Butterfly. I hear you over there saying this is not supposed to be about you. It's supposed to be about me. So now that I have gotten that part of my thoughts from my thoughts to yours, now I'm going to move over to the thoughts that are going through my mind at this current moment. So I just left a service. We're having revival at my church, Antioch Church Ministries. And the pastor tonight, he was dropping golden nuggets left and right. I think I've got like 2 pages worth of information. But one of the things that got to me the most about his preaching was how relatable it was. How relatable it was. It's like every point that he had to make, there was a question about it. And when I say there was a question that allowed you to be invited into what he was talking about. And he asked questions like, have you ever been in a situation where? Have you ever had a time when? Questions like that invite people into a message. Help them to understand how that message, it's not just words. It's not just a show. It's showing you how you personally connect to that message. And that's what the preacher was doing tonight. And I was blown away at how many different times he asked the question that was so relevant to me personally. And it was just like, okay, God is using this preacher as a mouthpiece to speak into my situation. And to be honest, after I say that, that sums up the entire message. And the topic was, the secret is out. Something good is coming out of this. The secret is out. Something good is coming out of this. That was the topic. Man. So I want to share my thoughts, from my thoughts to yours, about my life. But I can't give it to you all at once. I got to give it to you pieces at a time. And the reason why I say I have to give it to you pieces at a time is because as my story unfolds, both through this channel, Green Fire Motivation channel, through my Facebook page, the Green Fire Motivation community. If you haven't done so already, send a request. The Green Fire Motivation community is a Facebook page where we can discuss the videos that I've actually posted on this YouTube channel. I need to give it to you pieces at a time because, number one, if I told you all of my story, like, in one time, I'm just going to hold my hands up and say, yeah. But the other reason why I need to give it to you piece by piece is because some of it I need to build up the courage to share with you. Regardless as to how much energy I have, regardless as to, how happy I am or how happy I appear on camera, I'm still a person that goes through things just like everybody else. You know, whether I have 100 subscribers, whether I have 100,000 subscribers, I'm still just your everyday person in Walmart. I'm still just your everyday person in Dollar General. I'm still just your everyday person in Sears or Belk's or City Trends. I'm just, I'm a person that has a story to share. And it's only meant to reach certain people. Yes, many will hear about it, but the ones that resonate with the story is the ones that lives will be changed by my story. Now, granted, I want everyone to take action and take control of their life. My point is to empower you to take action and take control of your life. But everyone has an individual story. Why? Because everyone is meant to reach specific people. Everyone is meant to reach specific people. My story is not like your story. They may be similar, but they all unfold in different ways with different lessons at different points in time. And so the reason why I'm saying all of this, in case you were wondering, is because God has given me the title to my book. Yeah, I said it. And you have no idea how much courage it actually took me to actually release this information. God has given me the title of my book. And it's funny because as a spoken word artist, I have written many pieces, and some of them I restart over and over again. And at the end of the day, when the piece is finished, God is just all up in and through it. Which is not a bad thing. It's just that I realized when I started out writing the piece, I was more into I versus he. And so he had to flip it back. Okay, I see you over there writing, but you're still my mouthpiece. And so because God has given me the title of this book that I'm going to write, I laugh because I remember when I was 6 years old